Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the RichBuddy live show. How's everybody doing tonight? Just another surprise show like usual, and we'll see what goes on. I only threw out a couple of invites out there. If you're a regular and you want an invite, please let me know. But I got Bud on camera.
Hey guys, good evening. How's it going?
Yeah, your camera's on, just in case you don't know, bro.
Yes, no, I know it's on.
Okay.
So just
Cool.
got a little setup going here.
Nice. What kind of box is that? Is that what do they call it? A Pelican?
You know, I've been asked that before, and I have no idea. I bought it online. I think it is one of them Pelicans. It wasn't super expensive or anything, but it does the job real well. It's everything that you want. I mean, if you're traveling or if you're bringing it back and forth from the bank, it fits in the safe deposit box good. And, so it's hardy, so there ain't no break in it or anything like that. So
yeah.
And then this one's just a little
2, 4, 6, 8. So it looks like it holds 10 watches.
No, it holds 8. This is for straps right here.
Oh,
this
I see.
Thing comes out and that's for straps.
Okay.
So that's 8. And then I got the little travel companion as well. So, but I know cool. The other day I'm going to take off the Tudor that I like to wear so much for work and stuff.
Yeah, you wear that a lot.
Yes. Yeah. And I got the AP size the other day. So I was.
Yeah, it took you forever to get that size. Jumbo? I'm surprised too.
That's what everybody said, yeah.
You're still busy.
And it's still, but I mean, it's as good as it's getting right there. I mean, it's, sits, and when you get a little bit sweaty or, when you're outside in the humidity, it tightens up a little bit, so.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty good.
Yeehaw, look at that. That comes out sharp in the 1080.
Yeah.
Pretty good. As good as we can get.
It's probably upside down too, right?
Yeah, that dial is just amazing.
If I was a righty, it would come up straight.
We can see the beauty of the dial. I mean, that dial in itself is jewelry, Yeah,
it is. It's really
hi Nate, hi Raj, HO,
and it's just
PSK. What's up? Watch Habit, Jeb, Beauty of Scent. What's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, Beauty of Scent, what it do?
Yeah, I was late, man. I had to wait for my wife. I had to wait for my wife to show up because I was watching the 2-year-old till she got back.
So, if you guys want to see anything, let me know. Probably.
Oh, he's willing to show and tell.
Well, I was basically I brought a few things out to take a look at because I got that offer to come in and buy whatever I want. So I was kind of.
Oh, so now you're kind of like
checking.
looking over the whole box and contemplating, huh?
Yes, yeah, I've got.
What fits and what doesn't fit.
Yes, and basically what I want to put with everything. What I think could be a good, good additional.
What do you guys think? So basically, Bud may have an opportunity. I don't think he thinks it's 100%, but he may have an opportunity to purchase one of the new watches that's come out by Rolex. And I mean, I don't know how many people will want the same watch and what the pecking order is going to be, right? So I don't think he knows exactly what he might want to get. So I think he should have like a first, second, third choice in his pocket already, so he doesn't have to think about it when he's there, and maybe he wants some help making that decision.
That's a good idea. If you guys got any, I know the obvious choice is the Sermon, right? Because it's going to go for so much more and stuff than what. But no more than what Barry's saying about the Meteor Pepsi is you might not see a whole lot of these blue subs that come out. I mean, just depending on how willing they are to, bring all this stuff out.
What do you mean, Meteorite Pepsi? What's he talking about?
Well, he's saying his choice to Meteorite Pepsi Barry. It looks like.
Oh, they have a Meteorite Pepsi.
Well, no, they guaranteed me all of the new lineup is going to be there. So all the OPs, all the new subs. That's basically what I'm going to get to choose from.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm a little confused. Yeah, because Meteorite Pepsi, you've already got that. Is that he's talking about your watch, right?
Right. I think what Barry's saying is he wants the Meteor Pepsi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
he told me he's got it on order.
I'm with you, Barry. Me too.
So, and I think what would go perfect with the Meteor Pepsi, I've got, as you can see, the two rose gold, and I've got the white gold Meteor. So I think a good watch that would go with that would be the white gold blue sub that's just come out. So that's what I'm leaning towards. But
the white gold blueberry.
Yes, the blueberry. But I know
that's going to be the least interesting piece to anybody there, just because of the price. Right, so you might be able to get that easy. I'm trying to say. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the easiest one to get. I mean, I think that's going to be for me, the white gold one's going to be the hardest one in the future to get. Maybe the Kermit's going to be the hardest one. Like you said, because it's the high dollar. But I mean, it's not like anybody. If anybody has seen the Meteor white gold in their ADs, let me know, because that's the way I think that this blue sub's going to be. I think it's going to be very hard to find. And
you think it's going to be hard to find the blueberry, huh? The new blueberry.
Yes, yeah. I think at a price of maybe like 50, I think you could probably get it from the gray guys. But I don't know. I think you're going to see more Sermets than you will the blueberry.
Yeah, I'm with you. They're going to produce those slowly, huh?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm hoping that we're going to see a lot of OPs. I mean, I'm hoping that they're going to bring out the OP line as well and make it so that people can walk in and buy one again,
Now did they make a blue bezel for the steel model?
No, it's only in white gold. So
right, the bezel is only Mr. Perpetual. I think they only made a green bezel.
Oh, the green bezel is only in the steel.
Yeah. And the blueberry bezel is only in that white gold model, right?
Correct.
So there isn't. Yeah, I don't think anybody can mod out anything on that, can they?
No, I don't think. I think that's it.
I wonder if someone buys a Sermit, can they take that green bezel off and switch it onto the white gold watch, and then vice versa, put the blue bezel on the Cermet?
Yeah, that's a good question. That could
I don't know why you
probably.
want to do that, because then everybody's going to think your blue bezel is white gold, and they're going to think your white gold watch is steel.
Right.
So I'm not sure.
And I mean, if you're going to go for it, I mean, and you're going to do that, and you're around people that you think, people's going to look at it and they're going to figure it out, I think. Because the steel and the white gold, you can see the difference in. I think, anyway. But
Oh yeah, definitely. There's definitely a different look between the.
And CB, I'll answer your question.
Yeah.
Why not the new yellow gold sub? Because I have a deposit on the yellow gold Daytona with the green dial, and
Ooh.
I would like that to be the first yellow gold, and I don't know when that's going to come in, but
Yeah.
and historically, if you look at the yellow gold sub, I mean, you can buy that secondhand for a lot less than what it goes for in the dealer. So, like I showed you the other day, Rich, there was a 2020 that was $29,500. And that was the yellow gold blue dial sub. So it was a good model. It was a good looking piece, So
Yeah, Michigan says put the Hulk bezel on my black sub, and I got a Cermet. That's true.
yeah, I was looking at this morning. I think the Hulk bezel is what's on the Cermet. I think it's the same color.
Yeah,
Originally I thought it was a different color, but I don't think it is.
no doubt. He's right, though. I could do that, couldn't I?
Hulk bezel on the black. So yeah,
It's just the case is going to look different a little bit. It's just going to be the old. Yeah, I mean, it's funny how people weren't doing that and putting them on Instagram, because they were not, were they?
No, I didn't see too much of that. I wonder if there's a transfer thing there, if there's an issue.
CB says he bought his wife the green dial Daytona. It is very nice. Wow. Lucky gal.
Barry, you ordered last year about this time, is that right? Well, I've only been ordered for a couple months, so it looks like I got a long wait.
So it sounds like you're really most interested in asking for that white gold watch then, I guess, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Unless I just get there and somehow that sermon just blows me away, and I did pick. You got to pick the hour and the time in this allotted time slot, and I picked the first hour on the first day.
Man. So you're not going to be in there with like a group of people.
It's a weird setup. I don't really know what's going to go on, but
because of the virus.
I get an hour to go in there.
Oh man, wow. So they're probably going to give a committed window to 2 or 3 people, however many people they're allowed to have in the store, and how many reps are helping them. And you guys are in the first round of.
Right.
Man, wow.
So it's I think it'll be a fun thing as well. He said it's the first time they've ever done it. So
definitely. Sounds like a blast.
Yeah. So and just getting to see all the new stuff in person, I think that'll be very interesting.
Oh, of course. You're gonna have to really take some time and enjoy it.
Yes.
Absorb all of the new watches, because you might not ever see them again, bud.
No, that's it. I mean, that's the thing is,
Sorry.
I've only ever seen My Media or Pepsi. So, I mean, I've never even had another dial to compare it to. So, I've never even been able to see anybody else's up against mine.
Yeah, I mean, you might. Some of these watches, if there is indeed a lot of the new watches there, you might never see these again in person if you're not buying them.
Exactly.
Yeah, the initial batch of Cermets are going to be super rare, aren't they? What does he mean with lighter color?
Sounds like. Yeah, the one that I seen on Instagram looked like it was very bright. The green dial looked like it was very bright on the Cermet that I seen. And maybe it's just because the black is up against it, you know. Maybe it's because it's against the black that it makes it look like that. But I've still got some steel stunners there though. So still got it's the one you was admiring the other day, Rich.
Yeah, right. Look how thick that is. Give them a side profile of that because I don't think people realize how thick that is. It's a monster.
Let me put it up against the Tudor Pepsi just so everybody can see. So this is the Tudor Pepsi, which usually is, you know,
already considered thick.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen that on the wrist, and it's just a big block of Rolex steel. Now, you don't really wear that, do you?
Not a lot. It hangs it hangs a little bit awkwardly. I'll put it on here real quick, and this is probably the heaviest, not including the bracelets, but just for the actual head.
Is that the same size as the James Cameron? It is the James Cameron.
This is the James Cameron. Yep. Yeah.
Is it the same size? Maybe he meant, is it the same size as the other DeepSea?
No, this is
James Cameron.
This is just a little bit bigger. This is a 44. And then the non-James Cameron that's all black is also a 44, but the SeaDweller that I have is a 43.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But I mean, I just love but it just kind of hangs a little bit this way to the end over here, you know?
I see. And that's tight?
It's
a little loose, yeah.
A little bit loose. I like them a little tight.
And you said it's the only one that has the clasp that you can adjust while it's on your wrist.
Yes, and this clasp is actually as tight as it'll go right now. So I'd have to take out another link to get this to come smaller. So, but yeah, this is the only one that has that really easy to use.
Yeah, and it has the extra wide bracelet too.
Yep. I think. Yes, the extra wide bracelet as well. And I like that it doesn't have any polished links. So that's good.
Oh, interesting. No polished links.
Yeah, no polished links. So that's nice not to have to worry about that. And
that's on my list.
This one I love. It's a 43, and it actually fits me much snugger.
Yeah, the SeaDweller.
So
interesting.
It's just that much more snug. I don't know what the deal is, but it's just.
That's kind of like your Black Submariner.
See how that actually doesn't fall down on the wrist?
Yeah. I mean that's kind of like that's really a Submariner.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I guess the new 41 that I've seen the pictures on just looks a little bit thinner, you know, the case.
Yeah, see that's why I never bought it, because I already had a black sub date, and they're really not much different.
Right, not much difference. Yep, just the size and the red.
Right.
The red lines. So.
Yeah, I really want that DeepSea up just for the dial, quite frankly.
And I actually haven't put this on all year, which is
It's
great.
a monster, isn't it? Watch habit. It's a monster. You haven't worn that all year. Yeah, I don't think any of us have really worn any watches this year. And do you still have the original Batman?
No.
So that replaced it.
And I was really tempted the other day, guys. I seen a brand new Batman with a new card, 2020, and dated. What did I tell you? It was dated. It was just dated this last month. And so, for anybody that thinks that the discontinued watches are totally gone, There's a guy that's got a black GMT, and he had this new Batman, and I was tempted. It was on there for $20K, and it was gone the next day. It literally lasted 24 hours on there.
You're saying he had the previous version of the Batman?
Yes, he had the previous version with a new card.
Whoa.
Yes.
You got to be kidding me.
Yep. And I sent you the picture of the GMT that he has on there. He's got a black GMT, previous version, also new card.
Whoa.
Yep. He was selling them both for 20 and 20 each. And
I kind of agree with CB. The Sermon is boring.
Sermon is boring. Yeah, that's CB. That's for my collection. I mean, I've got the Hulk.
The Hulk is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, so that's why I was thinking the blue as opposed to the Sermon.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And you know what? You're going to end up getting that white gold watch anyway one day. Might as well just get it now, get it over with.
Right. So,
what do you think about the new SkyDweller on Oyster Flex? Barry's asking.
As all you guys know, I mean, I love the SkyDwellers. That's my favorite. That's got to be my favorite Rolex watch. But I'm not a fan of the new rubber. I just think it's. I just don't think it's. I would prefer the leather one, the leather strap that they had them on, especially for the money at 41. I think that's going to be the only new watch that you're going to see drop below its MSRP once it hits the back market, once it hits the gray market.
Yeah. Mr. C, the secret to winning the lottery is not to play.
Don't gamble.
Every dollar.
Make good choices.
Yeah. Every dollar saved is a dollar earned.
I got a small wrist. Who said that? Wesley, I think. I have a small wrist. My fists are bigger than what my wrist actually, so I'm kind of weird there. But you can, if you've got an 8-inch wrist, you would wear the SeaDweller 43 like everybody else wears the regular sub,
right?
The sub date.
Wesley asked a question right at the end of the chat stream yesterday too, and I wanted to answer it, and then I totally don't remember what it is. I just remembered that happened when you read his question right now. I remember what he asked me yesterday.
And I'm with Mr. Perpetual. I don't mind the white text on the bluesy dial. I don't mind it. I don't prefer it, but I don't mind it.
That white text is like sprayed white gold platinum, I think, mixed or something like that. So it's not like it's just white ink. I'm sure it's I don't know. I thought it was, at least, but I might be wrong about that.
And then CB, I like the Platinum Daytona as well, but here's my problem. Every time I bring up the green Daytona, you just said that you bought it for your wife. And so for me, if I was going to get that real F-off piece in platinum, I just don't see getting a watch that a lot of people refer to as their girlfriend's watch or their wife's watch.
I don't know. The green Daytona, I mean, for his wife, I think she's just special. That's why she got it. I mean, man.
Yeah, I mean, he got her a kick-ass watch.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Platona with the diamond dial is unreal.
I like to play the come and the pass on the craps table. I'll tell you that, though.
Yeah.
And then when it's not rolling, I'll sit there and play the don't come and don't pass. and I'll be making money while everybody else is getting pissed. I've done that before too, lots of times. Sit there and you sit there and you just bet on the house.
I'm more of a blackjack person, but
7-11 is the most common number. So on the come out roll on the craps table, you can play the don't come. And so that means every time the shooter rolls a 7 or 11, you win. It's the two most common numbers on the dice, 7 and 11. Okay,
yeah.
So you're playing with the house on the don't come. on the initial come out roll. You're playing with the house. I mean, fuck, why don't you want to play with the house, man? You know? And then if they make their number, now you put odds behind your bet. You didn't lose your money yet, mind you. You put your odds behind your bet, your last bet. Then you put some additional bets up on the don't pass. And again, you're sitting there waiting for 7-11, baby. Those are your numbers. 7-11, the most common numbers on the dice.
But aren't you betting against the rollers and everybody at that point?
Yeah, I'm betting against the rollers. They're betting for their numbers, and they're betting for their numbers now. See, 7-11, you only win on the first roll. You see, on the first roll, when you get the dice,
and that's when you crap out.
Yeah, and so I lose if they get that on the first time, but now if they score a number, let's say they get 10, now the puck goes to 10, and they have to roll again. Now they have to keep rolling until they get 10. They have to get their number. They have to get 10, and they're going to keep making money. Everybody's going to keep making money as long as he's rolling any number other than 7 and 11.
Right.
And I'm not making money if they're rolling. I might take additional bets against them, you know.
We'll see.
But dude, I'm just sitting there playing for the house, 7 and 11. You know, I'm waiting for the most common numbers, baby.
And usually I make friends with the people that's betting around me, but now they've got dividers between everybody. So with these dividers, I wouldn't mind betting against the roller because you can't talk to them anyway. So it's there's no.
Now I've been on a hot roll, man, where you know you're on the other side and you're playing against the house.
Right.
And man, you've got money on every number. You know, you're playing the 4, the 5, the 6, the 8, the 9, the 10 spot. You're playing, you know, snake eyes.
Right.
You're playing. I've had money on the whole damn table, man. You got like $500, $600, $700 the whole freaking table, man. And if you crap out, you lose everything. But as long as you keep rolling, you don't roll 7 or 11. Man, you're collecting like, you know, a couple $100 on every roll. Every roll. Yeah. Every roll.
Yeah.
Dude, I've turned $65 into like $5,000 before once. You know.
And what is the pass line? The pass line is you're betting with the roller.
Yeah. That's We'll go to Vegas, man. We'll play.
Yeah.
We'll play, baby. We'll play. Yeah.
So
that's so fun, man. I mean, look, I want to put my casino watch on and go right now. Okay, let's talk SkyDwellers.
So I do agree with whoever just said the blue one is the one to have. But really, if you wanted to have, who said that?
I don't know. I'm looking.
If you really wanted to have a special, there was a white gold. There was 1 year where they made a white gold on a strap, blue dial, and to me that would be the blue dial SkyDweller to get. This one I got right before when I heard all the prices was going up on them, and so it was available. And I had a guy that was going to make me a good deal on it, and I did not want to have a SkyDweller because I regretted selling the chocolate one. And this one, honestly, the camera doesn't do it justice because in person, you know, the indices are rose gold, so they kind of glisten and they match the dial, and that's. So this is one of my 2 favorite watches, I guess. I don't know.
Does that watch come in blue dial in full gold?
It only came in blue dial and white gold, and that was a strap version. I don't believe it came in a full white gold with the bracelet. It was only on the leather strap, and it was a very short run watch, and it was white gold with the blue dial. And I want to say the reason why you can tell the difference is because it has a white calendar ring, and the regular blue steel dial is all blue. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like the black one that you liked has the white dial, has the white calendar dial.
Right.
the blue, white, gold had the white calendar dial, and that was really the only way you could tell.
That's how they're distinguishing it.
That's how they're distinguishing it. So,
Other than the crown, the dots on the crown. Oh, is that what you were asking me about? Watch, Wesley, you wanted me to check my to see how many dots are on the crown. Was that? That's what it was. Imagine that yellow gold SkyDweller you have there, yellow gold with the blue dial. Oh, geez, get out of here.
yep, that would be pretty amazing. Yeah,
that would be the best Rolex ever made, right?
Yeah, that would be. That reminds me of the 15400 in gold with the blue dial. That might be something. Thank you, Mr. C. That might be something they come out with at some point.
Yeah,
that would be a winner.
That would be a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner. So I don't know. So I got the bottom row there. So all four of those are all steel. Actually, these the AP and the Aquanauta steel. So the Daytona up there is steel, but that's kind of more of a special steel, just because it's so hard to get. So, and my Datejusts and stuff I don't have them there, but I still love my Datejusts.
Man, I got to be honest. Watch Wesley. I can't tell if the dots are all the same or if the middle one is bigger or not. I'll be honest, I can't tell. On my bluesy.
CB, I was in Vegas a couple months ago, and they had a regular Platona in the box, and I didn't get it out because I didn't want to be tempted, and I do think the one with the diamonds is the one to get.
Yeah.
So that's and if I bought the one without the diamonds, I'd probably regret it down the road.
Ice on an ice dial.
Yeah.
Ice on an ice dial.
Or obviously they've got the one with the Arabic numbers that one's fantastic too, but you see even less of that than you do the diamonds.
Right. So,
or is it?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is it Chinese or is it Arabic? It's the.
It's Eastern Arabic.
Eastern Arabic, right? Okay. That one's really nice, but I've only ever seen one of them, and that was from a distance.
Okay, let's put this entire. Let me see. How do I get this on screen? And we'll just go over it. Let's go over this. Because I always look it up. And then I'm like, I never remember it. Once and for all, we're going to look at it, and we're all going to remember this. Pardon me a second. Go ahead. Keep talking, buddy. SkyDweller. Okay, look. If anybody's an expert on the SkyDweller, it's going to be Bud'aStud. He is an expert as far as being one of the customers, a Rolex customer, a Rolex SkyDweller customer. He is no doubt the epitome of what that target market is, and it's his favorite watch. That says so much to Rolex when this guy says it is his favorite. So, I mean, if the guy doesn't like the Oyster Flex, who's going to like it? That's what I think. Who's going to like it? Let me pull up.
And I think if their price points was a little bit different, I think it would change my mind on that. But like I said, they've been raising the cost of everything. So I think the rubber strap is just another option that's going to be less than the 50, because the SkyDwellers are 49 now. So they wanted something in between there at the 41 to give people options. So yeah. I think they've been trying to hit the AP numbers for a while on these watches, so I think that's what they're doing. Next year, I think you'll see the SkyDwellers be 55.
So trip lock, steel and yellow gold have all the same dots. So if you look at that bottom row of crowns, because we're mostly dealing with trip locks on all the sports steel, we're dealing with all trip lock, right? On all the sports models, right?
Right.
So let's look at the bottom row for now. And I think it was Wesley that was pointing it out yesterday that a friend of mine. Hold on, let me tell him to call him back after the show.
Yeah, Barry. If you could buy that, around 30, which is where the 42 Yachtmaster is, that's I think that would be more now that they've raised the price of everything so much. I think 30 is where they need to be on that. No, I don't think. Blueser, I don't think you have to own a watch to be an expert on it. Absolutely, I don't. It's. I think I think if you were an enthusiast, I think it's better. I think you probably. And I'm talking about in any line of work or any line of obsessing or whatever. I think if you're enjoying it, it's always done better. I think that's a big. If you're just doing it for a job and you have to know this stuff, you're going to begrudgingly know it. But if you really enjoy it, that's what I enjoy about my AD sales guy so much is he's a enthusiast. So he got himself a Hulk last year, and so he's pretty cool to talk to when it comes to all that stuff. Hey, Captain Zed, how you doing? So, as you guys know, I'm not really a headliner, that does this by myself. So I'm just reading through. Did I miss anybody's question here? But hey, watchers and giggles, how you doing? Yeah, if the price was better, the yellow gold SkyDweller with that black dot is amazing, Barry. It really is. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. I'm back.
I agree. That's all right.
So isn't that interesting that on the trip lock, look, I think isn't it interesting the steel and the yellow gold, they both have 3 dots, the same 3 size dots.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what it is? And the reason is, I'll tell you, basically what they're wanting to do is they want you to be able to differentiate between one watch's metal from the other. Now, anybody can tell the difference between steel and yellow gold, so they don't need to make the dots different, right? If you don't know the difference between steel and yellow gold, you're a moron. So they make the 3 dots the same. However, go to the next crown, the white gold. White gold can be mistaken for steel. So by making it bigger, they're letting you know, whoa, this is something special, big dot. It ain't steel.
Right.
And then same thing with the platinum. Whoa, this is something special, smaller dot, platinum. And that's just the way I look at it.
Couple years now, Wesley.
Ooh, now, what's on the twin locks? The twin locks are going to be like your Datejust and your OPs. I'm thinking
the twin locks is
the non-sports models, non-professional models.
I think they just lock once, don't they?
Let me take a look at my Datejust. My day. Well, my day should have 3 dots because it's yellow gold. Oh no. Okay, so check this out. So my day has two dots.
Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Would be white. Hold on a second. I can't see, man. Hard to see. Yeah, my date has 2 dots. So that's not right according to the chart, because it says 2 dots is white gold. So is that chart wrong? Obviously it's wrong. I mean, it's clear as day. There's 2 dots on my yellow gold date. And it's obviously not white gold. Isn't that interesting? And it is a twin. It's got 2 dots for twin lock.
Sorry, I'm back here.
Yeah. It's interesting. Mine's a twin lock. Mine has the 2 dots. It says here white gold, but indeed mine's yellow gold. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, they kept the... Wesley says he loves the fact that they kept the blue bezel for the white gold models, like a bonus for the people who pay up.
Yeah, you got to have something to distinguish it from the. I mean, when you got them beside each other, you can see the difference, but otherwise, just on somebody's hand, you can't see the difference.
Yeah. And by all means, bud, if you got to cut out, let me know. We'll just cut the stream, bro. My back's always hurting, and I'm just addicted to watches, and whatever has to happen, it's okay by me,
Yeah. No.
So by all means, let me know.
Couple more minutes here, and I did promise some hide and go seek, but I got a couple minutes. What? So I guess are you coming down to the end of boating season, or not really? I guess you go boat in California all the time, huh?
Yeah, no, actually it is. It gets very cold, and nobody wants to do anything when it gets cold.
The wind starts to get...
Yeah, the cold wind.
Starts to get too much, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm looking at another chart. This says the same thing, crown symbols and what they mean. Interesting. I found a much more complete chart.
Did you check your what do you call it? Date just? Was that a single lock?
I checked my my date, and it has 2 dots on it, which according to this, it's a white gold watch. Maybe I got a fake date, huh? I'll find out on the show.
There you go. That's nice. Yeah. Who was it? I think. I think it was Austin Daniels had a show today, and he referred back to a letter that a woman sent, and her daughter found her she found in her stuff a Rolex that the woman didn't remember buying. And I think it wound up being fake anyway, so she shipped it to her. Mm-hmm. She said, I don't remember buying it, but I think it wound up being fake anyway. So yeah, it was a pretty...
So we'll give credit to Millenary Watches website, millenarywatches.com. I've never been there before, but I just Googled this article and it took me to their site. So let's give them credit, and I'm going to go down here to this reference they put up.
See you later, Wesley.
See you later, Wesley. Nice to have you around. Join my Discord. Send me an email, and I'll send you an invite. I like you, Wesley, because you have a friend with. I used to have a friend with the exact same name. He's a brain surgeon now. I don't know where he's at, but I know he was a brain surgeon. You're not him, are you? Okay, let's see. Monoblanc, non-monoblock. Okay, here we go. There's a 2-dot yellow. Twin lock. Tricky to comprehend. What it really says is which watches have which types of crowns. Let's break it down. each image of a watch on the chart says the last number of the reference number. The last digit of the reference number tells us which material the watch is made from. Therefore, 904 L 0. So if it ends in if the reference number ends in a 0, then it's a 904L steel case. If the reference number ends in a 1, it's a rose gold two-tone, also called a Rollesaur. If it's the reference number ends in a 2, okay, so on. I don't have to read it all. There it is. Okay, so let's say, for example, my day date that I have right now is a 18238. There you go. It ends in 8 and it's yellow gold. There you go. My Hulk and all my Submariners. Well, no, my day date is a 116610. Ends in O for stainless steel. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna have to memorize this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take a little bit of you'll have to go over it a little bit to get it memorized. But yeah, it's interesting.
Well, if you can think of a watch and associate a watch with each one, so the first is going to be steel Rolex, is 0 right off the bat, and then I don't have any rose gold watches, but if you do, you're gonna associate your rose gold watch, Bud, with the number 1, because you know all your reference numbers for all your watches, you know.
Right.
So
yeah, that makes sense. That's a good way to look at it.
Rose gold, platinum. It might be easier to think of them backwards. They got all the precious metals at the top. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know this.
And that's on millinery. Is that what you said? I've seen them on.
This is all Rolex. They're saying.
Is millinery? Is that in the U.S.? I've seen them on Instagram. I just didn't know where they was at.
Oh, sorry. I didn't understand what you're saying.
Millinery watches.
I don't know. I'll check it out here. Give me a second. I'll look at it. Oh, now that we know that. Now that you know that.
What'd it do, beauty?
For example, if I want to know which crow markings a yellow gold watch should have, I simply look at the third last line, identify which crown size I have, and then decide which marking is correct. Okay. If that couldn't be more confusing than the Rancher, I don't know what is. Okay. Now that you know what the last digit stands for, you can look at the chart and the crowns that are relevant to your exact model. Okay, bingo. Do you see an 8 here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I'll be damned if I see an 8 on this chart. They left off the one that I want. See, look at
that's
on the
a
left.
5. Yeah.
0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. That says platinum, PT 950. So that's 6. And then they go 8. So, they go
to 7.
Oh, wait, is that 6 again?
Wait, there's an 8.
That is 8. That is 8.
That is an 8. It's just
they skipped 7.
Yeah, that's an 8. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and it says, what does that say? Something or J for yellow. I don't know what the first
BTE, I think it says.
Yeah, what would that stand for?
Huh.
Interesting. So that's got to stand for something having to do with the metal. Upstairs, right above it, the one above it says BT something dot platinum 950.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyway, so this is the right column. And then I've got 2 on mine. Twin lock. What's Does anybody know what non-monoblock and monoblock means? What does monoblock mean? Do you guys see this up here? This is a learning lesson for all of us together.
Monoblock. Must be something to do with the way they create it.
Yeah, well, you know what Clivers would tell me to do? You ever heard of this thing called Google? My mentor. What does Rolex monoblock mean?
It's the stamp or non-stamp is what I'm thinking. Some type of stamp.
The mono kind of indicates something like that, doesn't it? I think you're right. You're right, buddy. Okay, here we go. On the Rolex forum.
Almost looks like a quarter nickels and dimes chart of some sort. If you just glance at it.
Good Lord, it's a lot of information.
That's what I thought in the beginning. Yeah, that's a lot of. You said you were going to memorize it. There's a lot of information here.
I'm sifting. Oh, there's even codes for the bezel built into the freaking model number. And then there's the code for the dial. So every part of the Rolex number means something. Part of the numbers is the dial, reference of the dial. Part of it's reference to the metal. Part of it is reference to the bezel type. And part of it's reference to the model number. So every 2 or 3 or single digit pairs means something if you break them out. Let me show you what I mean on this chart here. So here we are on the Rolex forum. Oh, hold on. Oh, I need a production crew.
RichBuddy, what'd it do?
What'd it be? What'd it be? That must be Beauty the Set.
Yep.
Now, you guys all know that ever since 2010, Rolex started scrambling their serial numbers. You know that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you guys know what the result of that is? Do I have, by the way, do I have moderators in my chat watching my ass? Decon. All right, thanks. Decon is there. Fisto, Booth, Bowser. Okay. Joe. Okay, I got some. Cool. Here we go. They started scrambling them.
So that you couldn't tell how old it was, right?
Yeah. So I'll just read this a little bit. Rolex letter prefixed serial numbers can be even more confusing as Rolex has produced multiple letter prefixes concurrently during the same years. They do not correspond to any model year for any particular reference watch. Additionally, they have stated and also mentioned in Yada Yada magazine that Rolex does not manufacture numbers sequentially. They are random at some level. And
then that's why I don't understand if you've got the date on the card, how do you, if the date's on the card and they got a scrambled serial number, are they just, I don't know how that comes into play with each other, but. Slow-mo was on, Rich. I thought there was the.
Yeah, but I have it for 12 Is 12 seconds too much still, Decon? Is it really? I mean, tell me if I'll change it if it is, but It's on 12 seconds though, bro. Oh, here's what I wanted to read. Beginning in early, this is in red if you want to follow along, anybody. Beginning in early 2010, Rolex serial numbers began showing up as completely random serials consisting of letters and numbers. Additionally, there are now 8 digits total. In mid-2010, around June of 2010, G serial numbers also began showing up concurrently with random serials. So I think they did this to, I think one of the reasons is to not cause any bias between one watch when it was produced over another. Do you see how everybody keeps talking about all of the watches that have the new card or the newest date or the latest date, and they're dated 2020 instead of 2010? And
Yep.
It's a big buzz about the latest dated watch.
That's what I mean about, as far as like, I mean, I'm not bashing vintage. I know everybody loves vintage and stuff, but it seems like with me, I always want the latest and greatest. It seems like I have a hard time going back, 20 years and finding somewhere to spend 20 grand. It would have to be something really special, but yeah. And I find a lot of guys to always be after the new stuff. So.
Right. And then another thing too is, for instance, you don't want to, if you have a Rolex Submariner Hulk, like I do, and you have a Submariner Day Date in black, like I do, they're essentially both the same watches. But
Right.
You know that I bought them in different years. I bought them 5-6 years apart. And as a result, look what I have here on the screen. As a result, the code on the clasp should be different, even though they're the exact same bracelets. So you would think that I could flip the bracelets back and forth, vice versa.
Right.
And I've taken my stuff off and put them on rubber bees and put them back in their respective boxes, et cetera, et cetera. But if I ever part ways with the watches, I want to make sure that I put the right clasp back on the right watch, right?
Right. Absolutely, yeah. Otherwise, you might get somebody calling you down the road.
Oh, but look at this is what's interesting. See what it says here? After 2012, after 2011, they're random codes. So in that case, it probably doesn't matter if your watch is 2012 or date or later. So my day date, these are all things that might help you identify the year of your watch.
Yeah. This is definitely stuff that if you looked into it, I think would definitely help you.
I'll tell you, for example.
But I'm gonna have to
Okay.
take off. I promised. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
1 hour, so I'll touch
all right,
base
brother.
with
All right,
you
brother.
tomorrow.
Thanks for joining, man. That was some good, good watch talk, man.
Yeah,
all right.
We'll get back into this. All right.
Okay,
good night, everybody.
Thank you, brother. Okay, bye. Man, that was really good. Some really good watch talk, man. Too bad we had to cut it slow. Shoot. So I'm looking at my day date. I'll do that from now on, Decon. Okay. And my bracelet has so much markings on it. It says 8385. Interesting. 8385. Doesn't have letters like this. This Rolex dated has so many markings on it. It's ridiculous. Interesting. It's got a Rolex emblem, a gold emblem, 750 emblem, a couple of others. I mean, it just got shit all over it. Geneve. Swiss made 18K. I'm looking for markings. Hold on, there's another one. 25. 25, that doesn't tell me anything. Maybe that's telling me it's 25 millimeter. How wide are these bands? I'll be cutting the stream here, guys, since Bud'aStud left, but I didn't want to just leave it cut like that. I want to leave on an even note. So let's just see here. On an even note. Let's see. That was really good watch talk, right? We should do something like this again, where we go in and talk about some of the technicals about some of the Rolex clasps and the numbers and things like that, right? Okay, good night, Barry. Haha, tattoo these charts. Okay. All right, guys. Peace out, everybody. Wesley, everybody. Okay, talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining. And if anybody has any questions or concerns and you want to ask me anything, please send me an email here, and I'll be more than happy to address your concern or question or anything like that. Yeah, no problem. I'll be more than happy to address any questions. All right, thank you. Goodbye. That's your watch up there, fella, by the way. Dude, I'm going to miss that watch every time I see it on my damn screen.